a story. And of course, on this episode, Chris is back with us. Chris, a former Department of Defense contractor, specializes in security, has his own security company, and operates around the world. And Chris is basically going to give us his assessment of what happened and didn't happen in Louisville on Saturday.
All right, hold on. Department of Defense contractor. Tactical officer. Man, who the fuck is you? Former Department of Defense militia and security expert Chris. Man, please. Get the fuck out of here.
Chris's identity secret because he's in the security business. And, you know, Chris may not even be his real name. He may not live in the United States. And they're, you know, we're keeping things confidential because of his business and of his work. Chris, I want to start out by asking, how
is he a veteran?
Is keeping
or is he a fucking
identity
security analyst
to a militia?
Y'all just wait. I haven't even gotten started yet. I'm not gonna go in too hard. There's a few things that this guy said that just honestly just stood out to me as stupid. All right, let's keep going.
My perspective and the things that I've seen, it's really not that important.
Okay.
It's because most militias are actually community based. Okay. So since you're dealing with the community on a daily basis, people are going to know who you are. Okay. And let me give you an example. Even though the Black Panthers weren't really a militia, they were a self-defense group. But there's always a baseline of what these self-defense groups do. And Black Panthers specifically were actually really good at this. At getting community support. That's why they were actually very, very successful at what they did. Now, you can't be anonymous.
This guy sounds like an analyst.
Dealing with the community. You just can't be, right? So people in the community knew exactly who they were and exactly what they did as far as when it came to social programs, okay? And even protecting the community. Everyone knew who they were. So you being anonymous really doesn't help your cause.
Okay.
From what I've seen, and then
nigga, why the fuck are you anonymous then? See, I got my face on here. I ain't scared of nobody. We all got to die.
It's, and here's one thing.
Show your face, punk. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't call a man a punk. But I mean, how you gonna?
They are not community
talk about anonymity, right? And then you're hiding your face.
So therefore, even when they went to Louisville, Kentucky, all right, a lot of people were saying they didn't want them there, and some people did, some people didn't.
Right.
Right. But the whole thing about is for something like that to take shape, you need the community to back you 100% to really be effective in that environment. And
you mean like when they're saying, we love you, we love you.
Well, we don't want you here.
What can I get? Can I get you some water? Thank you. We love you.
And go on someone else's turf.
Is that what they mean when they say community support? Because I heard that. That's what I heard. I heard one guy.
If they were probably met with the community leaders.
No, I'm just going to mute him because he can just keep on talking. He's not saying anything right now. I heard one dude that said, oh, man, y'all are just talk. And I was like, it really didn't mean much to me because I was surrounded by hundreds of people with guns. And I was, wanting to make sure that all of them were safe. All of our family was safe. So I wasn't about to go offensive or go defensive as far as responding to some stupid comment or whatever, because it was a stupid comment. All we do is talk. Okay, we don't really need to do anything. I mean, you do something. If you need to prove something, you do something. Jump in and try to break our lines. See what happens.
It goes to show that Grandmaster Jay did not have a contingency plan. Okay, because
this is when he's talking about the getting sandwiched in here.
It goes to show that Grandmaster Jay did not have a contingency.
Protesters, specifically in Louisville, that the NFAC,
Those two groups even did that.
it didn't seem like, I was under the impression from observing that the NFAC and the group of protesters, specifically in Louisville, had coordinated, but from appearances, that wasn't the case.
Right, and I can take that directly to when they were at Churchill Downs, and I guess that one group of protesters was behind them. You know, it goes to show that Grandmaster Jay did not have a contingency plan. Okay, because if he did, he could what we call as a frago, right? A fragmentation order, right? It's just basically where we change things up, you know, in like a split second. Okay, so he could have gone back and spoke to the leaders, okay, of whatever group that was, and said, hey, you know what, we need this space because of X, Y, Z. If there's any shooting that occurs,
we have a leader. They don't have a leader. So how can you go talk to the leader when they don't have a leader?
we don't want any of your people to get hit. So you know what? Could you move down a little bit further, or could you, you know, move back, or could you, you know, either move left?
So he's talking as if he's speaking as an individual, which he is clearly because he doesn't have a militia. You see, if you have a militia or even a family or a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, right, that you care about, you always have contingencies. They may not be written out on paper, but you have contingencies for sure. And what he's talking about as a contingency is dumb as bird shit. You really want to take a group of 500 to 600 armed to the teeth people to go talk to a bunch of rowdy, unorganized protesters that have no leader, that are not even all protesting the same thing. They're not all on the same page. They're not all on the same accord. Some of them want us there. Most of them do. Some of them think that we are there to cause trouble or whatever, and they don't want us there. Why would we want to go risk contact with them? See, that's what he doesn't understand. It's riskier to have contact. We don't want to initiate contact with a group. When you go to a military base, when you see people that are on watch, on guard, do you see them talking and trying to have a goddamn fucking political discussion? No, you fucking idiot. When you were fucking carrying a weapon, when you were armed, when you were on duty, when you were on watch, that is not when you go talk to people. You don't talk to shit unless it's in a line of duty. And going over there and talking to them as a group, our 500 to 600 person strong on that day militia, trying to 500-600 people talk to 500-600 people who are all unruly. How in the fuck is that gonna work? Are you really smart? Did you really think about what the hell you're talking about? Seriously, man, that's some stupid shit what you're saying. No, you have a fucking leader do the talking. We're not talking. We're on watch. We're on duty. You don't get it. You don't understand. Did you ever serve in the military, or were you just a DOD contractor?
Or move right, you know, just as long as we don't get, you know, smashed in the middle between all that. And he failed to do that. So I'm kind of looking at him like, okay, you're the leader, but you have this group behind you, and you didn't address them with the other leader, and that could actually
Address them. They don't deserve addressing. And this is not to disparage the people who think that Black Lives Matter, because it's okay for them to think that Black Lives Matter, even though they don't in this country. I feel like they need to stop saying Black Lives Matter and start making Black Lives Matter. But that's neither here nor there. How in the hell are you going to address them? Address their leader or whatever. They don't have a leader.
Resolve it right then and there. Even before they stepped off from their staging area. That all that stuff could have been handled right prior to that.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I guess I'm looked at as devil's advocate at times, but I'm trying to look at it from Grandmaster Jay's side,
Uh-huh.
and and I I can't imagine the pressure he had on him um, during that time period, as the leader and basically as being responsible um, for the safety, as you said, of the protesters behind him. Can you talk about, from a leadership standpoint, the kind of pressure you feel when you're potentially in a dangerous, if not deadly, situation?
Right. First of all, you have to know how to prepare the battlefield. All right. Battlefield preparation is that's like paramount. All right. So if you're not prepared on the battlefield, then everything, you're gonna feel pressure because you haven't prepared. We always had a saying that piss poor planning promotes piss poor performance. Piss poor performance promotes pain. Okay, and this is exactly what happened on Saturday with NFAC. Okay, because they did not plan properly. Right, you always have a contingency plan if your original plan fails. They didn't have a contingency plan. Okay, so I think their objective, or I think they had maybe two objectives. One was to see that one of the officers or the officers involved in the Breonna Taylor killing was arrested, and
Okay. We definitely got transparency on the case. And how about just shut your mouth for just a few minutes so I can find a little article about possible grand jury. What's wrong with my damn? Is my keyboard out of battery? Oh no. Boom, motherfucker! What the fuck does that say? You stupid ass. Move my shit out the way. What does that say? What the fuck does that say? We're going to trial. We taking these motherfuckers to trial. Now you want to still keep talking, don't you? See, you open your mouth too soon, and you sound dumb. Sound like a dumbass to me. Don't know what the fuck.
two was to disrupt the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, you got. So I got one for that too. Let's see. 2020 Kentucky Derby. Oh, my keyboard's not acting right. That's okay. That's okay. TV ratings for Kentucky Derby see a sharp drop. Let's see. There was a number. Let's see. Lost profits. I know I saw something about lost profits. Well, I'll tell you what. When you see the video of those giant empty ass parking lots, that tells you something.
And actually, they failed on both of those objectives.
So no, we didn't fail.
They went back down. They got nothing back from the Attorney General or from the governor in reference to Breonna Taylor case. So they failed on that objective. And then two, they were supposed to disrupt the Kentucky Derby.
It's going to trial.
The governor 2 weeks ago said, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, we're going to have this thing wrapped up by the 5th of September, correct?" He said that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And he said, you know,
Look
the
at here,
Kentucky
look at here.
Derby, we're still gonna have it. But he didn't sit there and say there weren't gonna be spectators. You see what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know, Grandmaster Jay went down there thinking, you know, hey, you know, we got them now. We'll go to the Churchill Downs for the Kentucky Derby, and we'll stop. We'll stop the spectator from going in, which basically blocks their money. But then also you have all the people coming in from the hotels and everywhere else, right? The restaurants, and they weren't
Absolutely.
there. And they weren't there. You see? So, what did Grandmaster Jay really accomplish? Nothing.
He got everybody home safe, and to me,
So,
Yeah, he did. And let me show you all this. Let me show you all this. Let me show you all this because I was not even really aware that all of this happened. But there were some very, very tense moments. There was a standoff between the NFAC and the government, the military, and the police. Let me see if I can find this. Let's see. It was a very tense standoff. Here it is.
Our rules of engagement are very simple. Under no circumstances will you point your weapon at life. Kill me right now. Yeah, be quiet, because it's very time. Shit on. Hold it for me, man.
Speak, fresh out of blue. 18 months training.
But if you could kill me right now, you know your ass will, without hesitation, and then lie about it.
Let me see your hand.
Here's your opportunity.
Let me see your hand.
Take your shot. Maybe I think a black man standing here talking shit to you while you hide behind that bag. Hide behind this flag. Because this is the Constitution that says I can do this when you start to act the fuck up. And it ain't just us. I've inspired every black person on this planet. You said I'm your worst nightmare? You said that a charismatic black male could energize the black nationalist movement? Really? Listen to this. Black power! Black power! Black power! Black power! Ancestral laws!
Now tell me what the fuck else he needs to accomplish. Shit. God damn it. Like I said, you can kill me now. Send me up to heaven. Send me to hell. Shit, we already in hell. I don't give a goddamn. But you tell me he didn't accomplish with that right there, that 2 minutes of whatever, that was worth it. That's worth the whole everything. So, you know, beyond that, what does this say? What does that say right there? Man, just shut up. That dude needs to just shut up. Go back where he came from.
Okay,
that's
all right.
what I wanted from everybody.
All right. On from that standpoint, of course, you know,
Yeah,
he took
from
his
that
people
standpoint.
in and brought them out safely. Okay, that's
Not only did he bring everybody home safely, he didn't bring everybody home safely from a picnic. He brought everybody home safely from standing off against heavily armed members of the United States military with armored vehicles, snipers on the roof, police, state police. And I mean, when that thing started, there was a couple of police. And they just kept adding more police, adding more military vehicles, adding more military troops. I mean, with the helicopters flying over, all of those armored vehicles, all of those police cars, all of those cops. Some of those cops had riot gear and batons, and some of them had M16s and other assault weapons. And the military, of course, you know what the military has. So, you know, the fact that we were standing off against them and we already had protesters behind us, which you never know what they're going to do. They were all cool and all friendly, but you never know. It's the public. It is the public. You know, we are a military. When do you ever go see a military base and you see the military interacting with the public freely? It doesn't happen. It's not supposed to happen. That's why we had tight security around the formation.
Actually what you're supposed to do, right? But from the other two objectives, he failed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What about from the Angry Viking perspective?
That was just a waste of his time to even go down there. And like I said, you have to have the community to back you on you know what you're trying to get done. If you don't have that community support, you're gonna fail. You're an outsider coming into someone else's territory. That's how you get. I like to meet with, this is what we like to do. We'll call it down, Louisville down to the ground. And Grandmaster Jay is like, well, no, yeah, we said that, but they were at Churchill Downs. So that other group was pretty much like, okay, well, down there. And they just made a show. And so
again, I give kudos to the Angry Viking for de-escalating. And the whole time that incident was going on, I think I even commented on one of the lives that appeared like
they found out that the people didn't want them there. Any problems at all. And furthermore, the police and the National Guard could have handled that situation without any than done anything else.
Angry Viking just being there.
What I wanted to discuss with you,
sure,
in reference to you saw the numbers in the formation, how they dropped significantly, correct?
You mean in NFAC?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, there was at least 500 or 600 people there.
They've dropped significantly.
I promise you
remember
that.
the first formation.
How do I know? I know because I served on a ship. There was 300 and something people on my ship, and I know what that looks like. And this was damn sure twice that.
In Stone Mountain,
mm-hmm.
and then the second formation in Louisville. You watch the two, the numbers are actually pretty big, right? This formation, the numbers had dropped significantly. Did you notice that?
I did not notice that. That was actually the next question I was going to ask was, there have been at the NFAC side.
From my understanding, it was his connections from different black gun groups and NFAC. Since NFAC and Delta are no longer, they have the relationship has been terminated between the two. Django has taken his people out, I guess, for the very first formation at Stone Mountain. So,
okay, NFAC showed up in somebody from.
Right, limiting the people, whatever the reason is, I don't know. Right, but you want as many people there as possible. The other side is to overwhelm them with superior 150. In fact, because I was taking a look at Angry Vikings crew, and they seem to be a little bit more tactical and
Yeah, they look real tactical. Yeah, I see a lot of bounding overwatch here. Yeah, they're really covering their six, aren't they? Oh, there's one guy. He's doing the crossing guard. Okay, but nobody's covering their six. Look at these guys. They're walking. Tell me what tactically, what can you get out of this? That looks real tactical. Yeah, great job covering your fields of fire. Oh, look at this. Oh, so I guess I see where you're seeing they really have tactical hat bands or tactical use of the words back up as you get backed up. You see who's backing up here? Okay. So you're telling me they're more tactical. Okay. Based on, I don't know. Well, let's check out, let's see how tactical these guys are.
When I move you to the street, you will load your weapon. What?
A few miles up the road, we saw a whole new phenomenon.
Y'all say you soldiers?
An African-American militia with hundreds of troops. They have a black nationalist
Hand
agenda.
on the shoulder of the person in front of you.
It's as much a cult
All right, take.
as a military formation.
This is the NFAC militia. It is well organized and quasi-military. It also proves a militia does not have to be white and right-wing.
Lock the roof, lock the roof.
As hundreds of their armed followers march through a residential suburb,
I'll call in reinforcements.
we glimpse their mysterious leader. Known as Grandmaster Jay, he is a charismatic but enigmatic figure.
Move, move, move! Clear out!
Fearing assassination, his bodyguards surround him at every
We
moment.
say move, the motherfuckers move.
Jay's moving back, y'all. Jay's moving back.
What is clear is that these militias have a new swagger. While the election campaign gathers pace, other forces are showing they will fill the security void after this long summer of protests and violence. Robert Moore, News at 10, in Louisville, Kentucky.
And a lot more. Actually, they were very tactical in the way that they were doing things, as opposed to NFAC was. Now,
Really?
Dad, the people need to know the oath they're taking.
Yeah, I don't think I need to say much
you have
else
to remember,
about
I'm
that.
also a tactical officer.
Right.
Guys,
So,
So how so? Go ahead.
this guy's talking out of his
I
ass.
saw like I'm picking up on these things.
He's basically saying almost the
I'm
opposite
taking a
of
look
what
at
the
their-
truth is.
At their presence, and how they're carrying their weapons. Okay.
How they're carrying their weapons. Okay, let's take a look. Let's just take a look. And no, I haven't even looked at this video yet. I'm not cheating with y'all. I'm not going back over some shit I've already reviewed. I'm just saying, hey, let's take a fucking look. Let's fucking take a fucking look. Okay. Is that how you're supposed to, this right here, is this how you carry a weapon? This first guy right here. Is that how you're supposed to carry a weapon? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I mean, is this, how tactical is that? Is that what is this? Is that high ready or low ready? Or I'm not really fucking ready. I'm really looking at the fucking camera. Look at this guy looking at the camera. I don't see where you, okay, so these two guys, they're in a ready position. I can't really see their trigger fingers, hands too well. All right, you got this guy here using his right hand. I'm assuming, based on the way he's carrying his weapon, he's right-handed, right? and he uses his right hand to guide, to use a hand gesture for this cameraman. Okay, why don't they have someone tactically or strategically placed along the route to clear out the camera people, to provide security as the group walks or marches or whatever you want to call it? Seems like that would have been a good tactic or strategy. So you know what? I guess we can just basically just throw out everything this guy, expert Chris, says. I see no value in anything he says.
How they're moving in formation, how they're sitting with their weapons, when they get up with their weapons. I'm just like, okay, that's NFAC. I'm just like, okay, these guys really aren't on point.
Energize the black male personal act the fuck up on this flag. Quiet, because it's their time. Y'all got all that shit on.
18.
Out.
So, something about how they're sitting with their weapons again? I don't understand, expert Chris.
When you start to act the fuck up. And it ain't just.
Right? A lot of people think that they are, but those are of course people that don't have experience in the tactical realm, right? Then I took a look at Angry Viking.
Tell you what, we got nuts.
People, and I'm just like,
bitch,
okay,
we got nuts.
away.
You got some of them?
But here's the thing. In the world of the military and special operation forces, there aren't a whole lot of African Americans that come out of SEALs, Rangers, special
There are not a lot of African Americans that go in. You
forces,
stupid motherfucker.
SF Green Berets. Okay.
Okay.
Now the majority of those people are white guys. All right. So I expect the white guys to be a little bit more proficient with their firearms and when it comes to tactical movements and
Well, then they really have no excuse, do they?
tactical maneuvers, because that's who makes up the majority of special operation forces. It's not African Americans. It's the white Americans.
Is that because of race? I mean, is it because of racism that there aren't?
You know what? Some say it is.
All right, right there. Stop everything. Expert Chris, go fuck yourself. Okay? Because that was your chance to establish credibility and you fucking failed. You failed. Because everybody knows that the goddamn Navy SEALs are fucking racist as fuck. Everybody knows that shit. It may not be widely known on the front page of goddamn CNN.com, but it's widely known. It ain't no fucking secret. So for you to be some DOD military expert, security expert, special operations expert, man, get the fuck out of here. You're going to pretend like you don't know. Either you do know and you're lying, so you're full of shit and you're not relevant for this conversation. Or you don't know and you're full of shit and you're not relevant for this conversation. I mean, goddamn. How could, it's 2020, dude. This lying bullshit is up. It's over with. You're fucking, I'm not sure why. I don't know why it's like that.
But then a lot of times
you're done.
Sometimes they just don't, because going through selection and going through like the courses, it's actually really difficult.
The courses ain't difficult. any more difficult for a African or a Caucasian. What makes it more difficult is the fact that we don't want to do it. We don't want to be doing something difficult, putting our lives on the line, leaving our families, putting all that time in, all those hours, all that pain, all that effort, all that emotion, all that drama to be around people who fucking hate us, to be around people who will never fucking respect us, no matter if we wear the same rank, the same flag, the same insignia, the same qualifications. We're going to do all that and put all that into it to be hated by our enemy who's supposed to be our friend and our partner on the battlefield, but they're really our enemies who talk shit and fucking joke and laugh at us behind our backs or sometimes to our fucking faces. Fuck you. And you act like you don't understand. You're a fucking asshole. Because you are one of those fucking assholes that tries to pretend like you don't see color. Fuck you.
It's very difficult. A lot of times, some groups of people just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're like this. Well, I could get paid the same amount of money if I do this, right? And it's
no, fuck that. I promise you, if we had an actual fair system with people who weren't devils and demons that like to lie to you and want to be your friend while they hate you, then we would fucking be in the front of the line. Because I tell you what, I was forced to do some of that shit, that above and beyond type shit. I'm not even going to get into it because I'm not here to try to be like, oh, I'm G.I. Joe badass. I got a job to do, and goddamn it, I'm going to do it by any means necessary, regardless of what training I used to get or didn't get or did get or what the fuck ever. Do you understand that? See, you don't even get that part of it. We have a job to do regardless of the tools we have or the training we did get or didn't get. We got a job to do. I don't know what the fuck you got to do, but maybe you need to get the fuck off of this type of shit. Get off of NFAC's dick and go do your job and don't worry the fuck about what NFAC's doing. Why don't you go sign up to the Angry Viking Coalition? Why don't you do that?
easier. Why put myself through all that aggravation and and you know it still gets.
You keep laughing. I love the way this guy laughs.
This is just my take on it.
Fuck
from
off.
what I've seen.
Your take is bullshit. Your take is unfucking balanced and uninformed and uneducated, and you sound like an untrained motherfucking analyst. Like the guy says, man, don't be a doofus.
Right.
Don't be a fucking
That's
doofus.
why I have different people on the show. I want different opinions, and as you know, and
don't be a fucking doofus.
That's what
I'm
America
done with
should
you.
be.
I'm done. Expert
America,
Chris.
everybody has
Expert
the
Chris.
right to
You're done.
say what they.
All right, guys. Sorry, I got a little. Look, man. Him laughing like that. Him trying to fucking downplay the racism shit in special forces. Like you don't know. You're supposed to be Expert Chris, right? And your laugh, Expert Chris. To me, inappropriate. Well, just shows, man, they've got a different brain. They have a different mind. Anyway, man, I just figured he needed somebody to respond to this shit. Please share, subscribe, like, I guess, but mostly share, mostly subscribe, mostly comment, mostly just do whatever you want. But like this guy says, don't be a fucking doofus like Expert Chris. Yeah, this is not the doofus show. This is Off the Plantation with your hot, agitated host, the Christian Muslim Rastaman. And I'm just going to end this one here. I don't need to get any more curse words in tonight. So y'all take care. I'm out.